Your future clients, your business partners, they don't actually care you're a creative director, you're a founder, or you're a CEO. They care about your existence and your uniqueness. They care about your point of view that you're confident enough to share through every content piece that you are creating. And most people can't deliver that, not because of they don't have their point of view, but because their content doesn't prove it. The people who are winning right now, not the ones with the best offers, not the ones with the best case studies or amount of spending years in exact industry, but winning those who actually understand the importance of content and document it so clearly so others can feel it. The ones winning right now whose content made you stop and think, I didn't see it that way before. I tried about 10 different industries, from creating my first YouTube thumbnails for young Minecraft YouTubers at 13, from creating my first website at 15, finding my first marketing clients at 16, and working directly with founders and their brands at 18. And here is what I learned. I'm confident enough that personal brand and content right now are the most efficient ways to build not only your personality, but to scale your business overall. Trading, crypto, e-commerce, dropshipping, these ways were great. But for now, personal brand with content and AI are the most efficient way to build your personality, to find new clients to work with, new cool projects to collaborate, or maybe new friends, networking that you are passionate about to engage with. Along this journey, none of my clients I've been working with didn't choose me because of my bio, of my positioning, but they choose me because of my content pieces that I was creating, because of my paid ad that I was developing, and because of my unique point of view, my unique way of telling stories, my unique way of telling the idea that I want this person to hear. And in this way, I build in a strong brand foundation, a strong authenticity that people will recognize me and people can trust me. That's what your brand is. When you have a clear point of view, when you have your mission and philosophy underneath it, you can build a really standout and undeniable personal brand. And every single step, making thumbnails at 13, developing a website at 15, taught me a lesson. One important lesson that I saw everywhere, that your content defines your direction. If you are creating a really high production content and you are actually inspired to create it, to document, to share your idea that people want to hear, you're developing strong way of telling things. And this way is the most unique, because if you're actually inspired by telling what you actually want to tell, not because of you saw these things on Instagram and you just want to engage with it, but because of your strong belief in your idea, in your experience that you had before. When people feel perspective, when they following your videos, following your ideas, they're starting to develop an inner connection with you. And in this way, you can easily grab attention from others to make them collaborate with your products, with your business, or one-on-one with you. So why I actually quit everything and decided to went all in on personal branding and content? Let's start from simple. What is personal brand? Personal brand, it's a proof that you have a strong vision. You have the ideas that you really inspired to share with others. And you find your exact audience, people who want to read you, who want to listen to you and collaborate with your services or with your products. And it's worth to say that personal brand, it's the most livest way to share your ideas, your perspective of seeing the reality, and share it with others. And if you're building your content not from the perspective of I need to post this or I need to record this, but from the perspective that I really like this idea and I am actually inspired by documenting it, you're building your brand and your content in the most honest way. And it's worth to say that audience actually can feel it. They can feel your effort, they can feel your energy. And If you're confident with your vision, they actually can feel it. If you're really not inspired by the idea you're talking about, most of your audience can just feel it, and you will see the drop in your retention. You will see the drop in your followers and people that are engaging with you and your services or products. But if you are building it in the most honest way, that people can actually trust, that people actually feel something to it, you are building it really strong and undeniable, making your brand actually unforgettable. I realized the one skill that compounds across every single industry, across every single market, it's the way to communicate your ideas to others. And personal brand, it's like the best way to do it. But here is where it breaks for most people. Founders create content that takes effort to understand. When your audience, your potential customers, or just people that seen your content for the first time, when they need to burn a lot of calories just to understand the idea you're talking about, that's a way of inefficient brand building, because you need to understand how to explain your idea in the most simplest way possible to your audience to understand. Imagine as you, as a viewer, seeing your content for the first time on YouTube, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on every platform you can even imagine. And if you're seeing your content for the first time, what can you think about this exact person? Is this content actually easy to understand? This person gives you access to his world within the first video or the first post, or you just need to explore every single video that this person has to understand what it's all about. If your audience needs time to understand your idea and what you're actually talking about, they will scroll past and they won't come again. Think about how the platforms actually work. For example, let's take Instagram. If you can't grab attention in your videos, in your reels, stories with the first 2-3 seconds, with the strong hooks, you're losing your main part of the potential audience. Let's take, for example, YouTube with long form videos. If your videos are not good enough in terms of editing, in terms of production, or just in terms of the stories that you're gonna to tell, if your CTR is low because of your weak title or your weak thumbnail, you're losing the main part of your potential audience. LinkedIn or X, if you have really great skills to communicate to people through digital words, that's actually really great way to build a standout brand on these platforms. If people can understand and can feel something while engaging with your content, you're building a strong brand authority on these platforms. And it's not always about creating really great videos. It's about communicating your idea through every form that exists and every form that you prefer. The real question is not, am I posting enough? The question is, everything I'm posting, I'm creating, building something that I actually care about. You can be a founder making thousands of dollars per month and never build a personal brand, and that's okay. But if you have stories worth telling, if you have the ideas that actually inspire you, if you have some insights during your entrepreneur journey that you would really like to share, that's not your marketing problem, but that's the creative direction problem. And that's fine. Every one of us needs time to understand how content and how personal brand actually works, and we need time to actually grow the audience, to actually monetize it and build it in the way we want. But when you understand how to make content that makes people stop scrolling and pay attention to you, that's the way how you can inspire others, how you can document your idea and attract a huge amount of audience to engage with you. That's cool when the world knows you by the projects you did, but much better if the world knows your personal brand and knows your unique vision that defines you and your own personality. I've spent 3 years working with businesses on their marketing systems, and here is one point that stayed consistent. It's the quality of the content, not even the quantity. Yeah, it's actually really great if you can find a balance between how your content actually is good enough and between your consistency, your discipline in creating really great pieces. The main question is, are you able to put emotion inside your content so people can feel it in the best way possible? If your videos or your posts actually developing an emotion that people can feel it, a feeling that defines your personality. It could be inspiration, it could be motivation in something, it could be new knowledge along the journey that can actually helps. And in this way, you're building strong aesthetics that last. And these aesthetics become your unique way of telling stories and building a brand. Sometimes it's about sharing the idea. Sometimes it's about your unique way of editing. But most of the time, it's breaking the rules what feels standard. Not copying others, but breaking the rules and creating something actually unique and inspiring inside your industry so others can feel it. In this way, you can build really engaging content, actually creative and inspiring for others. If you're a founder and you want to build actually undeniable and unforgettable brand in your industry, apply now to work with us in the first link in the description to build your brand aesthetics that actually lasts. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed this one and see you in the next video.